Don't just save money. These were the words my mother told me the day I got my first salary. I was young, excited, and proud. I held my paycheck like a trophy. My plan was simple: save every rupee I could. Be safe. Be secure. Build a big bank balance. When I told her my plan, she smiled and said, "Saving is good, but don't just save money. Make it work for you." I didn't understand. To me, money in the bank meant safety. It meant success. It meant I was responsible. But then she told me a story I will never forget. There was once a man named Raghav. He was not poor, and he was not rich. He worked as a clerk in a small town office. Every month, he earned enough to live a simple life. Raghav believed one thing strongly: spend less, save more. He never went out with friends. He never traveled. He never invested in anything risky. He avoided business ideas. He avoided opportunities. Too dangerous, he would say. Every month, he carefully put money into a metal box under his bed. Clink, clink, clink. The sound made him feel powerful. Years passed. His savings grew, but his life did not. His skills stayed the same. His income stayed the same. His confidence stayed the same. One day, a young colleague joined the office. His name was Arjun. He earned the same salary as Raghav, but he did something different. Arjun saved some money. Not all. With part of his savings, he bought books. He enrolled in online courses. He learned digital marketing at night after work. He failed many times. He made mistakes, but he kept learning. Raghav laughed at him. "Why are you wasting money? Just save it. The future is uncertain." Arjun smiled and replied, "Exactly. That's why I must grow." Months later, Arjun started freelancing after office hours. Small projects, small payments. But slowly his income increased. Raghav's box was getting heavier. Arjun's skills were getting stronger. Then something unexpected happened. The company faced financial trouble. Salaries were delayed. Some employees were asked to leave. Raghav panicked. His only source of income was shaking. Arjun stayed calm. His freelance work was growing. Soon, he left the job by choice and started his own small agency. Raghav still had his metal box, but inflation had quietly reduced its value. Prices had increased. Rent was higher. Food cost more. His money looked big, but felt small. One evening, Raghav sat alone and opened his metal box. He stared at the cash he had protected for years. For the first time, he asked himself, did I really grow, or did I just hide? The next day, he did something different. He took a portion of his savings and joined a skill development course. It felt uncomfortable. He was older than most students. He felt slow. He felt afraid. But he remembered something important. Money that sleeps shrinks. Money that works grows. He studied every night. He practiced every day. He built new abilities. Slowly, opportunities began to appear. Within 2 years, Raghav was earning more than he ever had before. His metal box was gone, but in its place, he had confidence, knowledge, and multiple income streams. And that is when he understood the real lesson. Saving money is important, but saving alone will not change your life. Let me explain this clearly. If you only save, your money waits. Your dreams wait. Your growth waits. But if you invest in skills and ideas, in small businesses and smart assets, your money moves. Your confidence grows. Your future expands. Saving protects you. Growth transforms you. There is a big difference. Imagine 2 seeds. One seed is locked inside a glass jar to protect it. The other seed is planted in soil. The jar seed is safe. but it never becomes a tree. The planted seed faces rain, wind, heat, and storms. But one day it becomes something bigger than itself. Money is the same. If you lock it away forever, it stays small. If you plan it wisely, it multiplies. This does not mean be careless. This does not mean gamble. This does not mean spend blindly. It means learn. It means calculate risks. It means use money as a tool, not as a trophy. Start small. Invest in a course. Start a side project. Buy a book. Learn a high-income skill. Start a small online page. Build something. Even if you fail, you gain experience. And experience is something no inflation can reduce. The truth is simple. The world is changing fast. Prices rise. Jobs change. Technology evolves. If your money is not growing, you're silently moving backward. Today, ask yourself one honest question. Am I only saving money, or am I building something? Because at the end of your life, your biggest regret will not be, I wish I had saved more. It will be, I wish I had tried more. So yes, save money. But don't just save money. Make it grow. Make it multiply. Make it build freedom. Make it create choices. Your future is not built by what you hide. It is built by what you grow. And the best time to start? Not someday. Not next year. Today.
In a quiet town surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields, there lived a young man named Arjun. He was known not for his talents, nor for great success, but for his constant complaints. If the sun rose too hot, he grumbled. If the rain fell too long, he sighed. If work was hard, he blamed his luck. Arjun believed life had been unfair to him. He worked at a small repair shop in the marketplace. Every morning, he would drag his feet to work, already convinced that the day would be exhausting and disappointing. "Nothing good ever happens to me," he often muttered. One day, as he sat outside the shop, staring at the dusty road, an old traveler stopped nearby. The traveler carried a small bag and a walking stick. His clothes were simple, but his face shone with peace. "Why do you look so troubled, young man?" the traveler asked gently. Arjun shrugged. "Because life is hard. I work all day, yet I have nothing. Others are more successful. Others are happier. I don't see the point of trying anymore." The traveler sat beside him. "Tell me," he said, "what did you expect when you woke up this morning?" Arjun frowned. "Expected? Nothing. I knew it would be another tiring, useless day." The traveler smiled softly. "And so it became exactly that." Arjun looked confused. "What do you mean?" The traveler picked up 2 small seeds from the ground and placed them in Arjun's palm. "These are seeds. If you plant one and water it every day, it will grow. If you ignore the other, it will wither. Your thoughts are like these seeds. The one you water will grow." Arjun stared at the seeds. "Are you saying my thoughts control my life?" "Not control everything," the traveler replied, "but they control how you see everything, and how you see life shapes how you live it." Arjun laughed lightly. "So if I just think positive thoughts, money will fall from the sky?" The traveler chuckled. "No, my son. Positive thinking is not magic. It is strength. It gives you courage to act, patience to endure, and clarity to see opportunities." Before leaving, the traveler said one last thing. "Tomorrow morning, wake up and say, 'Today is a new chance.' Say it with belief, then act like it is true." Arjun didn't fully believe the traveler, but something about his calm voice stayed with him. The next morning, Arjun opened his eyes and remembered the words. He felt silly, but he whispered, "Today is a new chance." Nothing extraordinary happened. The sun still shone hot. The shop was still small, but when the first customer arrived with a broken bicycle, Instead of sighing, Arjun greeted him warmly. He worked carefully and finished the repair faster than usual. The customer smiled. "You're good at this," he said. "I'll tell others about your shop." That small compliment stayed with Arjun all day. The next morning, he said it again. Today is a new chance. This time, when a difficult repair came in, instead of thinking, "This is impossible," he told himself, "I can learn this." He focused patiently. It took hours, but he fixed it. Word began to spread that Arjun was hard-working and reliable. Weeks passed. Arjun noticed something strange. The more he believed each day was a new chance, the more energy he had. The more he focused on what he could do instead of what he lacked, the more confident he became. One evening, the shop owner approached him. "Arjun," he said, "I've been watching you. Your attitude has changed. Customers ask for you by name. I want to offer you a partnership." Arjun was stunned. Months ago, he would have said this was impossible. But now, he felt ready. Years later, Arjun owned the largest repair shop in town. He hired young workers and trained them with patience. But more importantly, he shared something greater than technical skills. Whenever a worker complained, Arjun would hand them 2 small seeds and say, "The one you water will grow." One day, while walking through the marketplace, Arjun spotted the old traveler sitting under a tree. His heart filled with gratitude. "Sir," Arjun called out, "you changed my life." The traveler smiled knowingly. "No," he said gently, "you changed your thinking. That changed your life." Arjun nodded. He finally understood. Life had not suddenly become easier. There were still problems, losses, and difficult days. But positive thinking had given him something powerful: belief. And belief had turned effort into opportunity. He realized that when he expected failure, he saw obstacles. When he expected growth, he saw lessons. When he expected disappointment, he noticed every flaw. But when he expected possibility, he noticed every chance. The power of positive thinking was not about ignoring pain or pretending problems did not exist. It was about choosing hope over fear. It was about saying, "I may not control everything, but I control my attitude." And attitude changes everything. So if you wake up tomorrow feeling uncertain, remember Arjun and his 2 seeds. Ask yourself, which thought will you water today? Because the truth is simple and powerful. The life you experience tomorrow begins with the thoughts you choose today, and that choice can change everything.